While admiring a red rose blooming during a white winter, Queen Eleanor of Tabor pricks her finger on its thorns. 3 drops of blood fall onto the snow, and she wishes for a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, hair as black as a raven's wings, and a heart as strong as the rose. The queen gives birth to Snow White, but later falls ill and dies. After her death, Snow White's father, King Magnus, and his army battle an invading army of glass soldiers. King Magnus finds a prisoner named Ravenna, becomes enchanted with her beauty, and marries her the next day. Ravenna is actually a powerful sorceress who used the false glass army to charm her way into the kingdom. On their wedding night, she reveals she was hurt by a king much like Magnus and kills him, taking over the kingdom. Snow White's childhood friend William and his father, Duke Hammond, escape but cannot rescue her, and she is locked away in a tower for years. Ravenna does not know why she spared Snow White but feels a connection to her. Under Queen Ravenna's rule, Tabor and its people deteriorate. She periodically drains the youth from young women to maintain a spell cast by her mother, which keeps her youthful beauty. When Snow White comes of age, Ravenna learns from her magic mirror that Snow White is destined to destroy her unless she consumes her heart to become immortal. Ravenna sends her brother Finn to bring her Snow White, but Snow White escapes into the dark forest, where Ravenna has no power. The queen makes a deal with Eric the Huntsman, a widower and drunkard, to capture her, promising to resurrect his wife in exchange. However, when Finn reveals that Ravenna cannot revive the dead, the huntsman helps Snow White escape. Duke Hammond and William learn that Snow White is alive, so William leaves the castle to find her, joining Finn's group as a bowman. Snow White saves the huntsman's life by calming a troll that attacks them. They travel to a fishing village inhabited by women who have disfigured themselves to avoid Ravenna's wrath. The huntsman discovers Snow White's true identity and leaves her with the women, but returns when he sees the village being burned down by Finn's men. Snow White and the huntsman escape and meet a band of 8 dwarfs. The blind dwarf Muir perceives that Snow White can end Ravenna's reign. As they travel through a fairy sanctuary, they are ambushed by Finn and his men. A battle ensues and Finn, his men, and one of the dwarfs are killed. William joins the group on their journey to Hammond's castle. Ravenna disguises herself as William and tempts Snow White into eating a poison apple before fleeing. William kisses Snow White, but nothing happens. A single tear falls from her eye. Snow White's body is taken to Hammond's castle. The huntsman expresses his regret for being unable to save her, as her heart and strength remind him of his wife, Sarah. He kisses her, unaware that 2 kisses of true love break the spell. Snow White awakens and rallies the Duke's army to mount a siege against Ravenna. The dwarfs infiltrate the castle through the sewers and open the gates, allowing the army inside. Snow White and Ravenna fight. When Ravenna is about to kill her, Snow White uses a move the huntsman taught her and stabs her in the heart, killing her. Peace returns to the kingdom, and Snow White is crowned the new Queen of Tabor.